Hi everyone, welcome back to another another video from our Ivy and the Inky Butterfly series. Now we have this interesting looking plant, to be honest, nice pot and apple. Now I did joke yesterday and say I was going to do the apple blue. I'm not going to do the apple blue. You can do your apple blue if you can. I can't do my apple blue. I'm going to do it green. I think I'll start with the apple actually. Just trying to have a look and think about colours. Apples. What colour are apples? We'll go for the earth green yellowish to start with, I think, and see where that leads us. Oh, hang on. My light isn't on. I'm not sure it's going to make any difference. These pencils are very tricky to show up the colouring. So there's a lot of clattering. I don't know if you can hear it, it's outside. The recycle men are around making noise. I'm quite excited actually. I've just telephoned a company and they're going to come round and measure up and see if they can do us a new kitchen. We've been thinking about kitchen for a bit. I've spoken with one company who was very local, who I sort of quite fancied supporting, trying to do more intense colour on this side, supporting a local company, but I just didn't feel that the person wanted my business that came round. She was very rushed. She didn't seem to listen to what I was saying. I mean, I know I garble on, but you know, I am the customer. I'm going to use some permanent green on this side. I think we'll have our apple in sort of a couple of different shades. I don't know if it'll work. We'll see. We'll sort of blend it through and see what happens. And she also couldn't do all the work that I wanted, so this company seemed very much better. They could cope with all the jobs that I had. They would project manage it all and give us a contact that we would always have in the company so that we could always have someone to phone if there was any sort of problems and things like that. So that sounded much more positive, I felt, so I was happy about that. So that was good. So very positive and exciting. So we've got a meeting coming up where she's going to, I'm going to try to go over that other side a bit more. I wonder, it's not blending very seamlessly. Just going to keep going over and over until I'm happy. It's quite a green apple, isn't it? It's a golden delicious, no, Granny Smith apples, that is colour, aren't they? I purposely want it to be a bit paler on that side though. I'm going to leave it like that. You might prefer it to be a more solid colour or do it darker around the edge, bring that through and lighten towards the middle so you've got a bit of a shine. That might have been a good idea. In fact, I think I'm going to try and incorporate that idea. Just looking for a darker green. I think this might work. We'll see, won't we? Pine green. And I'm going to go around the edge of the apple to try and add some shape, make it look a little bit dark on those edges, so fade that through, darker on the edge and the bottom, as if there's a bit of shadow. We might be limiting, we might not have many layers left to on the paper. We'll see how it goes. Fade that towards the centre a bit. Yeah, that'll do. I don't think I can do much more with that. Maybe I should have started with a darker colour. I don't think I can add more layers. We're going to do the leaf, the little bit of stalk. It's tempting to do it brown. I think I'm going to do it green. I think it will work better. I'm going to use this permanent green actually, so it sort of ties in with the main part of the apple, but keep it light. You see, like that, and then it still stands out but it ties in at the same time. I hope that makes sense. Okay, our plant. Now I'm not sure about the shape of these leaves as to, I'm wondering if that small circle is supposed to be like a dipped in bit that's a bit darker than the rest. I'm not sure. I'm going to try and do that. So I'm going to use the chrome oxide green. Let's pop it down there so you can see it better. And right in the centre of here, I'm going to do it really dark, like that, and then slightly fade it out towards this edge. It's not going down very well. Hold on. I should try a bit harder. And do the same with all of them. It's a bit darker around here and then less as we come out towards the edge. Yeah, the kitchen could be a problem with recording videos though. So if they're banging, drilling, hammering in the house, she said it's likely to take 6 weeks. So it could mean I might not be able to make so many videos. So that's a big disadvantage, but the work needs doing. What I'm going to do is now grab the Juniper green, go around the edge of each of these and then fade out. But I'm not going to, I'm going to use a second colour for this bit. So I'm just going to fade a bit and then bring in my lighter colour in a minute. I don't know if this is even going to look how I sort of want it to look, but I don't think it matters, really. Yeah, so I'm sure I will be able to do one a day, but whether I can get a second one out, I'm not sure. Obviously, I've got this little recording room that I've got now, which is great. It means I'll be able to do some at weekends, but those weekends in the summer, I might be tied up a bit. My parents have got guests staying over all of the summer, and I'll be wanting to visit them at some points in time, which will be lovely. So there's that. I'm going to bring in the earth green. It's just called earth green, yes, the earth green. I'm sure that's changed name. I'm sure it didn't used to be called that, but maybe I'm just going completely bonkers because it's what it says in my booklet, and that's the original set that I bought. I don't know. Anyway, off topic. Yes, so it might be a little tricky, but I'll do my best. It might mean that maybe the second video in the day is a really little one. I have got very, very limited time with regards to how long I've got to get on with recording, because my children are on holiday next week, and then they finish in 5 weeks after that. So I will be able to record while they're here on holiday, but I don't want to miss out on vital days out, trips and seeing them. But there will be days when they'll be sitting on their computer, headphoned up the whole day, and those days I can obviously record. I'm actually going to use this again and do a whole colouring right over everything, just to try and blend it all up. And if it goes too samey, I'll add another colour on top. So yes, so be prepared that I may not be able to do as many, but I like doing them, I want to, and but we'll just have to see. So you know, if there's banging and noise in the background, it's not good, because even if I shut the door, I'm actually sitting right above the kitchen. So yeah, and they may decide to remove the kitchen door. It's actually in the way for some of the work that I need to do, so they won't be able to shut themselves in. They probably won't want to be anyway, because they'll be, knowing the builders, they'll be in and out of the front door with the front door wide open all day long. And yeah, anyway, we'll see. I'll try and make it work. I'll do my best, but obviously I don't want to put too much pressure on myself to do more than I can manage. So we'll see. Okay, I'm going to go for this very pale colour. This is 146. This is sky blue, and do some of these aspects on the pot. So I'm going to do the top with this one. I'm just going to do a layer across all of it firstly, I think. It's interesting because I sort of realise how few blues there are in this set when you're trying to make all the pots look different. Although there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, about 17 blues, which sounds loads, but when you've got all these pots to do and you want them all to look a bit different, it's not many. I was thinking about my new Prismas and the blues in there. but we'll just stick with the polys. I did have a comment the other day, someone saying they were pleased I didn't always use Prismas or polys because you know, not everyone can afford them, and they're absolutely right. And I agree that it's only fair to do different sets so that people who don't have the expensive sets can also join in. But you can get conversion charts between the more expensive, more popular sets and the cheaper sets. I'm just thinking, sorry. I'm going to do this one and this one. So those can be useful, but they're not for all sets. I know Colour with Claire and Emily Illustrator do them for free. I have seen a website where you can buy them. I'm going to use the next colour, the next darkest colour, which is the Ultramarine. It's in the same sort of colour family. I realise this is very pale. You probably can't really see it. You'll be able to see this one better. And again, I'm just doing pale at the minute. Pale layers. I want to do some shading on here in a bit. So there are conversion charts. I'm pretty sure there's one between Arteza Expert and Prismas. There's a lot of poly versus Prismas. I think I've seen some Holbein ones as well. This is Ultramarine. What was that then? That must be light Ultramarine, and that's Ultramarine. If you grab the wrong one, don't worry. If you grab the Ultramarine and went up to this dark one, just use this one, the Cobalt Blue, next, because that one is in the same, it would work. Sorry, I hope I didn't confuse everybody too much. So I'm just going to do a few areas that I want to be a bit darker, as I have on the other pots really. So yes, there's conversion charts, which I know it's a bit of a pain. I did a colour along myself that I was following somebody else, at the weekend, and they were using Marco Raffine pencils, which I've never had. They look really nice actually. And I got a conversion chart and converted them to Prismas and used my Prismas instead. And I printed the chart out and had it beside me, so every time she grabbed a new pencil, it was a good video where she put the numbers on the screen. You know, those good people that do that, not like me, I don't do that. I'm going to go back to my sky blue and just do a bit of fiddling. So she put the numbers on the screen, so as soon as the number went up I could pause and go and have a little look and see which pencil I needed, which was very handy. There were a few that didn't exist on the chart. It was a Colour with Claire chart. Oh, the sun's coming out. Wow, that's bright. Now I'm going to use the light Ultramarine again, do a bit of fiddling. There were a few missing, but I just grabbed ones that I thought were near enough. And, you know, you don't always have to go exact. Okay, I want a really dark blue now. I'm going to use the Indanthrene blue and just do a few deep shadows, so under here. Because she used a limited colour palette, it helped, and I got to know which colours were which quite quickly. So I could just keep grabbing. I don't know if it was a limited palette. She used about 5 or 6 greens, so I got to know which ones I should be using. And I think actually it might have just been that the Marco Raffines only have that many greens. So I don't know, but that was okay. I'm just going to use this to just emphasise a little bit of shadow on a few bits as well. So it was fun actually. I have a book, a copy of Magical Jungle, that I use to do all tutorials, other people's. It helps me learn colour combos and things like that. It's just a bit different, and it gives me tips for my videos. Now I know putting numbers on the screen would be amazing. It's just beyond my technical capability. My editing software doesn't allow me to do that. I could add subtitles using YouTube, I guess, and put them on, but then you wouldn't get my subtitles, which you might be watching right now. I always watch videos with subtitles on, because I know what I want to do. I always watch videos with subtitles on myself because I don't like the sound on. I'm going to use the light red violet to add a few highlights around the edges of each of these leaves. I know we're doing pink flowers really, but I think pink goes really well with this colour green. I often mix pink with it. So yeah, I think subtitles can be really useful. I know some people have asked me for foreign ones. I was asked if I could put Portuguese ones on. Now my video is set up so that any subtitles can be put on there, but the translated ones aren't automatic. YouTube has to decide who's allowed them, and because I'm just a little person, you know, I'm not Mr. Beast or Mac Pack or any of these ones my children watch. I don't get that done for me. So and I don't have a Portuguese translator, so I can't do that. And typing them all by hand for 2 videos a day, wow, that'd be a lot of work. But anyway, there we go. I think I finished fiddling now. I'm just gonna have a look. Yeah, I like that little halo of pink. You don't have to do it. I just think we haven't got many flowers on this shelf so far. We're all blue, we're all green. So it'll just lift that little bit in the middle. And we've got some florals coming up over here, which we'll do in pink. But apart from that, you know, it's all green. So I just thought it would be nice to have a little bit of pink in there. Right, I'm going to go. I just noticed my SD card is running quite low, so I need to go and do some editing. Whoopee! My favourite job. And I will have another couple of videos for you tomorrow. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day and happy colouring.